Modern Warfare 3 Season 1 is actually probably one of the most insane seasons that I've seen Call of Duty release, like, straight away. First thing is first, probably one of the things that gave me a goosebump, and I'm amazed that they're finally doing this. Something that zombies fans, multiplayer fans have been waiting forever, but we're going to be getting a limited time mode called Vortex, where you will be able to use the ray gun for the first time in Call of Duty history inside of multiplayer. The mode is described as, in this free for all mode, one player spawns in with the infamous zombies wonder weapon, the one-shot ray gun. Whoever eliminates the operator with the ray gun becomes the new owner of this powerful and otherworldly pistol. Vortex takes place on 3 remixed multiplayer maps: Satan's Quarry, Spore Yard, and Tetanus. This is actually insane. I just had to mention that, but we're going to be mainly concentrating on zombies because zombies is really cooking some amazing stuff up, like literally amazing. First of all, we're going to be getting a brand new region called the Dark Aether, which you will be entering through Dark Aether Rifts. From our understanding, this is a brand new location that is going to be essentially extremely etherified. We have gameplay that was recently released, some slight little shots, a bit of shots of the bunny, teddy bear, and stuff like that. And if you look at this picture right now, it appears that this region, which is supposedly tier 4, so yes, we'll have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and this brand new location, tier 4, will be giving us a totally new pack-a-punch, which will be tier 4, and I will be describing this area more, but I just wanted to give you an understanding. It is going to be completely new, probably just like a reimagination of the map that already exists, but it looks like it has floating rocks in the sky, some of the buildings are destroyed, and it is heavily customized. Also, on top of this, we're going to be getting a new story act, so if you haven't finished Act 1, Act 2, or 3, I really recommend for you to finish those as fast as possible, just because if you do that, you will basically be able to continue the story. It is described as a massive gateway that has appeared in the exclusion zone. Investigate the area and engage in new endgame content. On top of that, we're getting the Dark Aether Rifts, new wonder weapon, Warlord, and more, which I will now be getting into. So if you look at the screenshot, here is, well, I'm going to say Orcus, but from the leaks, it is actually going to be Gormgant the Worm. I personally was waiting for the day that we'll finally see my boy Gormgant. I know it's basically the same thing like Orcus, but it appears like this boss fight is returning in some kind of way, which I don't know how to feel about that, but hey, whatever. It gives us an insane look at the Dark Aether. This place looks really cool, and it's interesting because I really wonder how similar this will be to Urzikstan, because if you really look at it, it looks like there's like a beach area, so I'm just curious as to which part of the actual Urzikstan map this is, or maybe it's a completely brand new area. Also, if you look into the right, it looks like there's like, I don't know, a plane, I want to say a spaceship of some sort that's been destroyed. I doubt it is, but it looks very interesting. And a quick description of what the act is: as operators continue to push forward into the exclusion zone, an anomaly appears. Sent to investigate, Operation Deadworld strike teams are pulled through the other side in their first major encounter inside of the Dark Aether. Expect a new story mission that begins the next act of content with tasks that will test your ability in the fights ahead. The Season 1 update brings additional challenges and rewards, including new prestige challenges to explore, a new Warlord, and basically the stuff that we already know that we'll be getting into. Enter the Rift, which is coming out at launch. Dark Aether Rifts bring rewards to those who brave their challenges. These otherworldly labyrinths are located inside of the Dark Aether, where players and their squad have 30 minutes to complete a series of increasingly chaotic objectives to earn exceptional rewards. Find sigils to unlock the Dark Aether Rift and face a new level of challenges. So yes, you'll be teleporting into a brand new area for 30 minutes, so that's, I guess, additional time. You probably have the option of going there whenever you want to, but inside of the Dark Aether, there's going to be some kind of challenges that you're going to have to complete, which is very interesting, and I'm really curious what they mean by this. Is it essentially contracts but are like more difficult? I guess only time will tell. On top of that, we have a new screenshot of the VR11. The VR11 is essentially a weapon that will be turning zombies into friendly zombies. It's like turned in a way, which is really nice to see, and hell yeah, I'm in for seeing a weapon that I would have never expected to see return in zombies, and specifically inside of Modern Warfare zombies. I'm just really excited for whatever else they are cooking, because this is already pretty insane. There's going to be also schematics, and quite a lot of them coming to the game. The first schematic is called Dog Bone, which is essentially going to be spawning in the friendly dog that you can get by putting flesh inside of the dog houses around the place. So once you get the schematic, you'll be able to spawn with the dog whenever, and it's essentially going to die when it runs out of its health. Also, we're going to be getting golden armor plates, which are very interesting. So the description for these are: consuming the new gold armor plate replaces the armor carrier with plates that automatically repair over time, in addition to providing the user additional damage resistance. So these are like better than triple armor in a way, and I wonder if they're just going to be usable in one match, or is it like when you have it until you die they go away? Since the game has the whole thing like, oh, you're X full, well, you know what, we're still going to take all of your stuff away. I'm guessing this is going to be a one-time use, and I'm really curious if there's going to be an acquisition of this. And lastly, we're going to be also getting the Aether Blade, which is a lethal, and this is essentially a throwing knife. From the gameplay that we did see, that when you throw it, has some kind of ether explosion, or at least a portal appears, and it returns to you. So think of it like a tomahawk that we did see in previous zombies maps. The description is: the Aether Blade is a special throwing knife with infinite ammo and a boomerang like combat style. After striking an enemy, the Aether Blade locates the next nearest enemy to hit before returning to the operator, which is a really nice thing to see, and it's going to be craftable, which is also nice, and I'm pretty certain there's definitely going to be an acquisition of it. And lastly, we have the Warlord called the Dokkaebi. I hope I pronounced that correctly. This one is very interesting because this is the only thing that we do know that is going to be in the mid-season update, which is probably going to be happening around Christmas, or maybe just after Christmas. The description is: hoping to counter Operation Deadbolt's technological advantage in the exclusion zone, Jack Fletcher, the leader of Terminus Outcomes, will deploy another of his lieutenants to the battle space in the coming weeks. South Korean-born Dokkaebi will bring with her an intimate understanding of electronic warfare and a fleet of self-programmed autonomous drones ready to wreak carnage on Operation Deadbolt's operatives from the skies. And this is probably going to be taking place inside of the Dark Aether, which is also very interesting because this kind of suggests that humans will be also inside of this area. Honestly, this is actually insane in my opinion, and I'm super excited to play this. It is going to be releasing on December 6th, so mark that in your calendar and prepare yourself to grind. One thing I recommend for you to do is finish Act 3. Well, that means like finish Act 1 and 2 and 3, and also unlock all of your stuff. Be ready, be prepared, because December 6th is going to be insane. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I will be leaving this blog down in the description if you want to check it out for yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.